With companies facing backlash from numerous and frequent layoffs, some companies are resorting to a technique called quiet firing. Welcome to Managing a Career, the podcast that helps you navigate the path to professional success. I'm your host, Lane Robinson. Each episode, we explore the ins and outs of taking charge of your career, from developing skills you need to succeed to building a network that can help you advance, and everything in between. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned professional, I've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and get ready to take control of your career with Managing a Career. Recently, companies have been in cost-cutting mode. The most obvious result of this cost-cutting, at least when it comes to your career, is that companies have been laying off large numbers of workers across all industries. But these very same companies are starting to balk at the negative press associated with yet another layoff. This week, I take a look at the subtle ways that the companies continue to reduce their headcount in a less public manner. During COVID, social distancing and stay-at-home orders led many to resort to remote work. During that time, many companies experienced record revenue and added staff to support future projections. These activities showed that the remote work could be successful, and many workers enjoyed the freedom offered by these new policies. Now that the height of the pandemic has passed, companies transitioned to a hybrid model where some days were worked remotely and some were worked in the office. I won't argue that there are benefits to being in the office with your coworkers, but now companies are changing their policy to switch from a hybrid schedule to one requiring workers to be in the office 5 days a week. The freedom that workers once had has quickly been eliminated. In some instances, this policy shift may make sense. But in most cases, this change leads to a situation where people voluntarily leave to find an opportunity that still offers the flexibility that they had become accustomed to. Beyond return to office mandates, employees are finding fewer opportunities for advancement and smaller salary increases. When a company is in the process of laying off employees, this often includes canceling most of the open positions. For the positions that remain open, you'll face additional competition from those on the reduction list as well as everyone else looking for promotion. In addition to limited opportunities, many are finding that salary increases are small or non existent and bonuses are reduced or eliminated, all under the banner of controlling costs. Those expecting some sort of increase to their bank account will face dissatisfaction and demotivation. And for the company, this could be a way to reduce staff without the stigma of another round of layoffs. One would hope that layoffs are targeted to areas where shifting business needs have led to reduced workloads, but they often hit areas that were already understaffed. Those that remain are often asked to do more with less. Goals are set more aggressively in order to recover some level of profitability. With the constant fear of being next, people will just accept the additional workload and strive to do everything asked of them, even if that means working longer hours and opting not to take all of their allotted time off. This is an unsustainable position that will only lead to burnout. The other factors are things that apply generally to everyone in the company, but you could also find yourself targeted by your company to encourage you specifically to leave. You may find that your responsibilities are changing, often in a manner that doesn't align with your career plan and skill set, or potentially even having diminished responsibility levels. Performance reviews may not accurately reflect the level of contributions you have made, and feedback is not constructive or even offered. If it feels like your manager is pushing you out in this manner, you may have no choice but to look for alternatives. There may be opportunities to remain at the company but to transfer to another group. But if that's not an option, take advantage of the situation as best you can. Use any training resources available to you and do your best to remain employed, but begin exploring your other options elsewhere. If you find yourself in a situation where your company is looking for ways to drive people to leave, there may be some things you can do to ease some of the stress you find yourself facing. Policy may require you to be in the office 5 days a week, but there may be flexibility in the hours that you are in the office. Maybe you can negotiate having certain mornings or afternoons continue to be remote as long as you still meet the 5-day mandate. If promotions and salaries are not an option, it may be possible to receive other non monetary benefits. A change in title doesn't cost the company any money, but could add some needed prestige as you explore other jobs. Having expanded access to training resources can allow you to increase your skills, opening up other opportunities previously unavailable to you. In episode 53, I covered what you should do if you've been laid off, but many of those same strategies apply if you find yourself being quietly fired. A career coach can help you navigate these difficult times and set yourself up for future success. If you need a career coach, reach out to me via the contact form at managingacareer.com. I'll schedule an introductory session where we can talk about your career goals and determine if we would be a good fit for coaching. If we are, we can arrange regular sessions to help you put your career on the fast track to advancement. Taking control of your career is entirely up to you. No one else will do it for you. So don't be afraid to take the actions that will help you reach your professional goals. I hope this episode has provided you with valuable insights and advice. If you want to stay up to date with the podcast, be sure to subscribe in your podcast player of choice and visit managingacareer.com to submit show topics and link to our community. For Managing a Career, this has been your host, Lane Robinson. And remember, own your career and navigate the path to professional success.